Hello, 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 everyone. This is Keith L. Jones, and as promised, we are coming live to you today with some awesome information, some excitement, some announcements, and some recognitions, man, and some nuggets as well. We're going to get right into it, man. If you're watching this one way or another, you're watching it because it's coming from my YouTube. My name is Keith L. Jones, aka the Coach, and I've been marketing for about 6 years now. A lot of ups and downs, but a lot of ups too. And one of the ups, or four of the ups, I would like to say, is evident right now, and they're on this video hangout with me, man. So I met essentially all three of these individuals online. Not one of them have I ever met in person. Me and Sean been talking about meeting for about 3 years now, but she's been faking me out. So I ain't gonna even speak on that. Jesse's a good friend of mine, but never met him in person. John, you'll hear about John a little bit later. Never met him in person, and we all come together, part of Team Leverage Your Income, and sharing you some awesome information. So that's a little bit about me, man. We could go on and on, but I would like to give it up to my team members and let them tell you a little bit about themselves. Ladies first. Sorry, fellas. I know y'all anxious, but ladies first. I'm going to introduce you to one of my business partners. Her name is Sean Perryman from Boston, Massachusetts. Never met this lady, but she swears she's my big sister. But I give her because you got to respect the ladies. You got to respect the ladies. But Sean, man, welcome, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. As Keith has said, we have been friends now for about maybe 6 years. So I have to just stress this: the power of the internet. Listen, folks, the internet can truly be a powerful tool and a useful tool if you're using it in the right way. And I have met also John via Keith through the internet. Another great person, always aspiring to be the best that he can possibly be. And as far as Jesse is concerned, just met him, but he's here ready to just knock things out the park. So I'm actually going to start and give you a little bit about myself. I'm a single mom of one amazing son. I'm an author. I'm a lover of travel, and I'm a lover of helping other people succeed in life. Um, like Keith has said, I've been online probably for about maybe 5 years as well, and just been learning. And when I found this opportunity, it was because I had been asking, I need something to help with my finances. I need something that's going to help me with my credit, because my credit was not great. But we'll get into that a little bit later. I'll give you my little testimonial about how, finding this company, and then really going in and applying the strategies and, making some money without, having to talk to a whole lot of people. You can go right into this and make money right off the bat. So I'll give my testimony a little later, but that's just a little bit about me. So I'm going to give it back to you, Keith, and thank you very much.
See, there you go. You know I want this back. You know I want it back, man. You could have passed it to your right or your left, whatever that is. But let me go ahead. Yeah, Sean, it's been a pleasure. You already know, man. Big sus, I love you, man. All
Yeah,
right, man. Let's go. Now let's go to my left, your right, to an individual I've known. I want to say off and on. I call him Houdini because he disappears on me every now and then, but he reappeared. And I'm happy to say he's a great friend of mine. He's really passionate. He's a family man. I talked to him today on the phone. I'm not here to tell other people's business, but he shared something with me that was very inspiring, and we really connected. And again, Jesse, like I said, man, I never knew. I salute you, my brother. And this is Jesse. The floor is yours, my friend.
All right, can you hear me, guys?
yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Keith, for introducing me. It's been a pleasure knowing you for several years now. Again, we've met online, and same way as everyone else, we've never met in person. We should have already met in person, but only God knows why things happen like this. But I'm pretty sure we'll meet real soon, especially now that we're all involved in this great company. And basically, the way I was introduced to the company was just from a few Facebook posts that Keith had, posted. And I saw them for several days, and I wanted to figure out what this was all about, mainly because of my credit isn't the best. And I was like, maybe, there's something here I can do for my credit. So I asked him for the info, and he sent it to me. And I'm always watching what he's doing. I'm always following certain people. And Keith, you're the one that I've been following um, more than anyone probably. And finally, I see something that really grabbed my attention. Not only from this because of the services, but because I'm always open to see about opportunities. So this was one that I really thought would be the one. So now, now that I'm in the company, I'm meeting all these great people. I'm using the services that are involved, and I'm really excited about the services, especially some of the programs that are helping me with some other business that I do. That I'm tracking my miles, I'm tracking my expenses and everything with the software that we have. And it's really exciting because now I don't have to save the receipts. I don't have to keep recording things on a book. So the software is pretty hot, it's really hot. And I mean, everyone should use it, not just business people, but, folks that want to just manage their personal finances. This is a really great tool. You want to fix your credit. I mean, these things are great. So I'm definitely excited to be here. And again, thank you, Keith, for inviting me.
No, thank you, my friend, for asking me for that information. Nah, because I was about to say.
No, I said, yeah, that's right. That's why I asked.
Yeah, you know what, and that's the good thing about what we're doing with this particular program, which where we're going to spill the beans in a couple of seconds, but it really helps people. Being online for about, like I said, 5 to 6 years, we look to make money, to earn extra money in our part-time job because we're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, and I've been a part of many companies. A lot of you have seen me do multiple companies, even in crypto as well. However, I can honestly say, this company has really been able to help me prepare for the future and prepare me for success. It is totally a company where it helps the average person. If you that a little bit later, but the last person I would like to introduce is my main man, John Stevens. I don't know if he's there. Oh, there you go. He was just making a statement. See, that's what I can't with you, man. Already. I can't, man.
That was by accident.
Oh, okay. I hear you. Nothing is by accident with you, my friend. But this is another guy I met online, and I ever in about 5 years has met this guy. We always talk about, meeting up here and there, meeting halfway. We have never done. I really to meet each other a lot sooner. Everyone that's on this panel, but needless to say, I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. But I'm going to let him give himself an intro and introduce himself, and we'll get started a little bit later. So, John, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Keith. Can everybody hear me? All right. First of all, congratulations, Keith, on that EVP Gold. That's huge, man. That's definitely the next step in the process, on my side as far as goals are concerned. I just wanted to give just a little brief history on myself and network marketing in general. It's about 2013, so about 5 years ago, I came across a post, much like Jesse had just hit on with Keith. And I don't even remember what it was, but it was just something that was, attracted me to that, whatever that was. And, I think I started following them and just kept, watching and finally got up enough courage to ask what was going on. And then, one thing led to another. Life happened. running through the years here, and got married, had kids, and I'm a very transparent person. I put God above everything, and my family fits right in that slot underneath it. That's just how I've been running my life, the last couple of years, and it's been phenomenal. The biggest thing that I really, really love about this hangout, about what we're doing right now, is the team. And I can't stress that enough, that there could be better opportunities, better companies out there, whatever it is. You're not going to find a team like Team Leverage anywhere. And Takeover, you take it to another level too, but that's for another day. So in closing on my history, I did retire from my 9-to-5 job June 1st. To become a full-time realtor. I've been doing it part-time for a couple of years, and it was time to step out of the box and go all in with something. And, needless to say, that was a good idea. And, with Keith doing his thing, which I think everybody should pay very close attention to if you want to be successful online. The same thing that Jesse said, I saw a post about credit repair, and I'm like, hey, I'm a realtor. There's unbelievable amount of people that have to walk out the door at my firm because they just may have one thing that disqualifies them from buying a house. And so reached out, talked to him for a little bit. Being completely honest, Keith was trying to tell me about what else this system has to offer, and I wasn't even really listening. I was kind of focused on that one thing. Like that one thing was enough. And, as you guys explore your back office, and as people who are seeing this who have not joined MyEcon, you are in for a treat that I would personally be willing to pay hundreds of dollars a month for, to be able to change my life. So that's a little bit of an intro with me. I'm going to kick it back to Keith. Thank you again for having me here, and I look forward to the next segment in this.
All right, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad to have you back, a part of the team, and working with you, good brother. All of you, man. Next, we were supposed to do the overview, but due to technical difficulties, and we started later than we were supposed to, we're not going to do it tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to let you know now that next week, next Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time sharp, we're going to start our weekly overview video hangouts. All right. That will give you opportunity from today, the ones that's already a part of our team that want to utilize and leverage our overview calls, invite at least 2 people. Let's start out with 2 people that you possibly know that may need to repair their credit, or needs to have a better type of filing system for their receipts. Just just find 2 people that will be able to listen to some information that will help them get out of debt, repair their credit, and if they're looking to earn an extra income, we'll help them do that as well. All right. All we asking individuals is to listen to what we have. With that being said, let's listen and see, why did most of us join MyEcon? I will start, and I want this to be an open dialogue, so it's not scripted or anything. Would everyone please unmute their mics and things of that nature and show their face? America would like to see your beautiful smile. Is Jesse there? I know Jesse is, still having to put his girls down and everything. So here you go. There you go. But Jesse, man, I got a question for you, Jesse. Seriously, we spoke a little bit today, man, and I asked you a couple questions about, you were watching me, and you was trying to stay away from network, multi-level companies for a while. And even though you needed this product and you felt that it could help you, why are you so excited now with sharing the product with others?
I think the products and services, I saw the value. I saw the how easy it is to get involved with this company. And so that really got me going with that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, you know, I saw when you put me on the Facebook page, the fan page,
Mm-hmm.
MyEcon Takeover, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw all those posts and everyone, I was like, wow, this thing is growing so quick. And, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I saw the big waves. So I was like, let me get in on this. You know, I don't care if I'm doing something else. I don't care if I'm doing, and I was like, I'm going to get on this. And then, you know, with the products and everything, it's exactly what I needed. There's so many people that need these products, especially probably the one that has to do with credit repair. And actually, also another thing is that if you look at Craigslist or other places where you're looking for jobs or sales jobs or whatever, there's a lot of companies that are hiring people for call centers that have to do with credit repairs. You know, they pay like, you know, $12 an hour plus commission. And I mean, they probably charge hundreds of dollars
Yeah.
to repair people's credit. And they probably do it for them, most of it. But um, I mean, this company shows you how to do it, and and then we have so many people that are involved, so they also help you.
Yeah.
And you know, for the price to get in and do this and get that software and service, and to help others to fix their credit, and at the same time show them how to run a business from home and
Yeah.
do all kinds of deductions and write-offs. I mean, that's actually what I love about these businesses, that
Yeah.
you can deduct and write off all kinds of stuff from your home, your mileage, your part of your mortgage, whatever, you know. So these are things that excite me. These are things that I've always loved from doing these types of businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, you can look at a store down the block or mom and pop shop. They also, you know, are in business and they can deduct things and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. But you know, their overhead is huge. They're paying a lot of money for to run that business.
Yeah.
And when you can get into a business for a few bucks and run it from your home or from anywhere, and then you know deduct all kinds of things, I mean, you hit the jackpot. So those are the big reasons, man. Those are the things I saw in the value of these products that really got me excited. Honestly, I didn't even know that there was all these other things like the cashback, the
Yeah.
travel, the identity theft. All I saw was the credit, and I was like, I'm in
Yeah.
credit, you know. And then when I saw the cash flow manager, I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, I'm in. I love that.
Hmm. You know, it's
So, you
crazy
know,
because I'm sorry. It's crazy that you said that because you know, listen to the radio now. You hear all these commercials. I mean, all these stories, and even on the TV commercials is call us. We can help you settle your debt. You know, we could do this, or you look into this. We could get you in a car. I don't care as long as you got $350. We'll get you in there. And I'm thinking like, man, I wonder how much is that interest rate? Yeah, all they are exploring is we could get you in a car as long as you make $350 a week. We could, but how much are you going to be paying for how long? And how much is that car's worth? So what I really like about this company is, man, like we always said. I know I did. I don't know about y'all on the panel. I think I asked a couple of you, and you told me the same thing. But my parents did not teach me about credit. They didn't teach me how to balance a checkbook or, money management skills. I don't fault them. I'm not saying it's their fault because they didn't know it. I'm not blaming it on anyone. Now we are woke to the point that we could get that information with this company. I'm not even talking about the compensation. I'm talking about the knowledge that y'all have witnessed and y'all have seen for yourselves. That's why you're on this panel right now. And hopefully when we share this with other people, they can see the vision that their future generations and legacies won't have to become a statistic. I'm not talking about the skin color. I'm talking about the statistics to the government and these taxes and debt. We can stop this now. We can start building our families up. And my goal combined with y'all is to help 1,000 families regain their credit history back, their credit, their power. So that's why I really like it. It's bigger than just making money. I've been in tons of companies that promise big money, but this is the first company I honestly say that if the person used the products, it would change their family's life. And sis, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I got a question. And before I even say that, the reason why I gave my spiel, because I don't want y'all asking me nothing. I don't want to answer y'all questions, all right? But sis, we go back and forth, man. And you was doing another company, and you still are, doing quite well because that's your passion. I understand that. But what made you really, decide, what, you've been a part of MyEcon for a couple of years right now. What made you just turn on that switch and had you, what, I'm going to let the world know I believe in MyEcon. This is what I believe I should be promoting and help other people.
Well, I think first and foremost, I think when you talk about getting involved in any business, and of course, anybody knows what my passion is. Whatever you don't know, you can ask me later. He can fill you in on that as well. But one of the things that I've understood, because, like I said in my intro, one of the things for me is that I knew my credit was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was a known fact, and as you said, we weren't necessarily taught about money and finances and stuff, but I knew my credit was bad. Going through some things. I'd had a car before. The interest rate was through the roof and all kind of crazy stuff. And I knew that I needed to do something different. And, a lot of times, I'm sure pretty much all of, you guys can probably attest to this. You've heard this, no matter what company, what business you've been in, people will say, oh, I got to pray on it, or I need to pray about it, and you pray about it. And then the solution is given to you, but then you push it aside and say, oh, that's a scam, or you can't make no money, you can't do whatever. But I actually did pray on it. I was asking, I need something to help me with my finances, because it was ugly. And at that time, MyEcon came along, and I thought it was it was like, where have you been all my life? And like, why am I just now hearing about this? And it wasn't until just recently. My original goal was to get another car, not a 2018. I'm not balling like that. I've had a new car. For me, I'm good with a new used car. It works for me. But I'd had a car that was 2007. I bought it in 2010. And, it had some, as I like to say, some issuations. And I really started looking at MyEcon, looking at the services, and now actually to start applying them. And believe it or not, I actually did the second strategy first, not the first strategy. So I actually started working on the credit first before I even shifted my income. But I chose this company because I felt that every person needs this information, because it truly can change your entire lifestyle. So no matter whether you want to do another business later or you just want to travel, it doesn't matter. This business, this opportunity will set you up, and as you said, Keith, and set your family up for life. And that's the main reason why I decided that I need to be out here and I need to let people know what's going on and why they need this in their life.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, and when you told me about, like, after you fix your credit and when you went in there and got a new car when you wasn't even or a new used car and you wasn't even expecting it, I'm like, damn, oh my, I'm alive. My fault. Hey, it happens sometimes. We real people. But I'm like, wow, congratulations. I was really happy for you, man. That showed me power, and that's not even coming from recruiting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I like, though, honestly. about this opportunity versus anything else that I've looked at. You don't have to, and I always stress to people, at least look at the information before you say no. At least look at it, because when people hear sometimes network marketing, MLM,
Mm-hmm.
this automatically, I gotta recruit, and
Mm-mm.
this is so far from the truth. I mean, people say, "Hey, I can't afford the monthly fee."
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you can. The minute we show you that first strategy, you are going to be able to afford this opportunity.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's one of the most powerful things that I think I've ever seen in an opportunity. Truly,
Yeah, it's a game changer. It's a game
absolutely.
changer. You know what it is? And it's been around for like 13 years, 13, 14 years. Um, is it's not sexy.
Right.
It's not the pop in the bottles and things of that nature. It's not sexy. We talking about credit here. So
Right.
now you got to get down and dirty and go help the people, because that's the people and your business partners and the customers that need you. And
Absolutely.
it's not, but we don't make it sexy. And
Right. There you go.
they might as well start calling me Big Sexy. I'm 6'6".
No,
Big
no, no,
Sexy.
no. You can't have that name. You can't have that name. That's my car's name. You can't have that
All right, hey,
name.
see, that's too much information. I don't know what's going on between you and your car. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me take off my shirt. Don't make me.
No, keep it on, keep it on, keep it on.
Inside joke, y'all. But yeah, that's also stuff, man. I see we are going on about 40 minutes, so I'm going to ask John a question. However, I'm going to let John close it out. We were supposed to be doing an overview and things of that nature, and I asked John to prepare something for us, and I'll tell you why in a second. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, starting next week, we will be doing our weekly leverage your income overview for MyEcon. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before I move forward and people misinterpret what we're doing with Team Leverage and MyEcon, I'm a part of Team Takeover. I'm a part of Team Get Money Team. Matter of fact, the CEO of Get Money Team is my sponsor and frat brother. I'm not saying we're better than those groups. They give awesome information. I'm learning from them. However, I'm a leader as well. And I want to showcase other leaders that have the same knowledge. We're going to leverage, hopefully, we can leverage each one training to help everyone build, because this is truly an amazing company and community that's willing to help everyone that's a part of the community. So I just want to say that I'm not disrespecting anyone. I salute my uplines. They give out awesome training. I'm still learning from them. So if you're watching this and you're part of those teams, or it's one of those individuals have approached you, go to them. We're all family. All right. We're just here to spread the gospel of MyEcon and showcase leaders. I want to build big. I want to see us on the beaches in the world in 2 years, working from our, cell phones, helping people improve their credit. That's
Absolutely.
why I got into this. So, with that being said, before I give it over to John, I would like to send out two shout outs for hitting ranks this week. And it's so crazy because one person came in and created two ranks. That was when one person became EVP, it bumped me up to EVP Gold, and that's powerful. One person comes in and two people rank up. That's powerful. Then another person comes in, and I don't know what happened. A little light bulb went off, and they put in three people in like 24 hours and hit EVP. So I would like to definitely shout out Miss Brandy Johnson, my lady, for hitting EVP this week, and John Stevens for hitting EVP as well this week. So shout out, salute our first our second and third EVPs of our team, because I was the first one. Catch up. catch up. But that was awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to shout that out. And just to let you know, I will be ordering your EVP pins in the back office tomorrow, and I will inbox you to get your address so I can send it to you. That's what I'm going to do. If I personally sponsor someone and you hit a rank, I will personally buy your pin and send it to you and shout you out on our lives. Hopefully you will see what I'm doing and you will do the same thing for your team, even if you're not on my team. That's a nugget. I hope you're cat. I hope that didn't go over your head. Go over your head. And the crazy part about it, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off to, if I didn't do it, Uncle Sam would have took the money anyway. But I'm going to give it to my team and show them keep grinding. And this individual that I'm about to bring on and ask, I got to think of a question. That's why I'm babbling a little bit. I'm coming up with a question. I'm going to do the same thing for him, but I already know he caught that with a baseball glove on. But this guy, man, he's really amazing. He hit EVP. I believe it was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, simultaneous.
Oh, you're just going to throw that in simultaneous. You see what I mean? I can't with this dude, Sean. I can't. Using big words, man. Why you using big words? But definitely, man, congratulations. I will get that pin to you. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm still thinking. But after you answer your question, would you please lead in with the training and the information that you prepared for us, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so here's the question, man. I'm pretty sure you answered this before, but after you was interested in the credit repair, and we scheduled the call, the business call, and soon we got on the phone after you said you wasn't going to promote this thing 4 times to me after I didn't even ask you to promote it. Why? I just can't fathom. Why are you going so hard and hitting your first rank and talking about hitting the next one within another week?
It's have you seen the back office yet?
Oh man,
have you seen what tools are available to us? This is for somebody who is ready to take their finances, take their family, their lifestyle to another level. This is that opportunity. It's ridiculous. I did tell Keith several times on the phone. I scheduled a phone call with him about one thing. I was really interested in this credit thing. We all got stuff going on. I've got stuff on my credit that some of it I don't know how it got there, and some of it I don't want it to be there. And that was my essential drive to call him. And then, talking, and he's like, we've got this product, which I'll mention these in a minute, but this product, there's all these different, ways to make money with this. And I'm like, cool. I've done my research already as far as credit help is concerned. And, you can pay, the lowest I saw, I think, was about $75 a month to about $250 a month to get a credit attorney who will or will not actually fix it. So when you look at it, I don't even want to go into that, but when you look into a $35 opportunity just for that aspect, I was sold on it before I even called Keith. I was calling to get a link and to catch up. But to answer your question fully, it took plugging in, starting with a get started orientation. I started with it because I didn't know what I was looking at, because there's a lot of tools there. Running through the credit system, getting plugged in with the teams, and piggybacking off of earlier, with Team Takeover. There's some good stuff there, and seeing that and seeing people passionate, and I'm like, this is interesting. Maybe I will take this to the next level. But I'm like, nah, it's been a while. I'm really focused on my career. I quit my job to focus on helping people buy houses and sell their houses, and it's the biggest deal that anybody can do in their lifetime. And it hit me as I was going through this thought process to talk myself out of it. that my why had flashed in front of my face 10 times in that mental conversation. My ultimate why in life, and I believe the reason why I was put here on this earth, is to serve others. I think we all could take a note out of that book. It's one of the hardest things to do, to humble yourself. And looking at it at that level, I was like, every single day I run into somebody who needs help with their finances. Every day. I mean, I'll go in a gas station and somebody's talking about how, they're struggling to make it until their paycheck on Friday, or they get paid every 2 weeks and they struggle to make it past the first week. And it's not their fault. It's like Keith and Sean, and I believe that Jesse hit on earlier, it's the way that we were raised. I had great parents, and my dad was a cash only person. Taught me how, which is a powerful method, by the way, but you don't really learn much about credit. You don't really know. I didn't really know how much I needed it. But you hear all these people, and I hear them all the time, like, if I'm put here to help other people, here's a solution. If I'm put here to help people buy houses and they can't qualify for a house, here's another option. I mean, for one, yes, they're put into the business, but for two, they are going to be able to fix their credit, use the resources to get themselves on track financially. And in 6 months to a year, I keep in touch, but call me and say, hey, I just got pre-qualified. I can't believe it. We finally get to fulfill our dream of buying a house. And in an all-around aspect of that, in a very long answer, that's why I decided to market this thing. And I see the opportunity, 5 different ways to make money, 5 different ways to get paid, which I believe the opportunity that you'll be presenting next week will really go over that stuff in detail. But that's what we got. And I think anybody's foolish for not wanting to get in an opportunity like this, where you can be paid multiple ways without even having to recruit, post on Facebook, anything if you choose not to, and still make money just with the first method. That's my answer, Keith.
Yo, why do I feel like I'm waiting for my sentence, man, listening to you and watch you on the live, man? Like, you look like a judge with that little iris, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for you to just say life. I'm like, but nah, I understand, man. But yeah, definitely, man. So I'm waiting for the nuggets, man. I got my pencil and paper. I don't know if people know, man. I do all my marketing online, and I'm looking to get it offline. And it's amazing that we have awesome leaders like John coming in, because he's been working offline for the last 2 to 3 years, 4 years, I believe. They're like, you've been offline just working with people, even with the alcohol.
Yeah.
Delivery. Yeah. So he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve that, when he retired for a little bit, I was unable to tap into. So he has something very special prepared for us. So I'm waiting for that. I have my pencil and paper. I hope somebody is taking notes. If you're not and you're watching these videos, please get something to take notes with, because this could possibly help you offline. All right. So John, back to you. I'm going to push mute. Hold on. I'll give you the thumbs up.
All right, Keith, thank you. I didn't really prepare this, so this is going to come, just straight off of kind of my daily process and what I've learned being offline. First of all, every day, I believe it's important to put yourself in front of people, real life people. You don't have to, you can get online and do that, but 7 days a week, even just going to the store, going to the gas station, whatever it is, to the gym, get yourself right physically. You're going to meet people and you're going to talk to people. And one of the biggest things I can say about that is, when it comes to these opportunities, do not ever, ever, ever shove this opportunity down somebody's throat. If I could say on top of anything, don't try too hard. I think that's really where I'm going with that. Peak interest all the time. I mean, I can go into a gas station, and for instance, now with the system that we have, I can, ask, hey, how you doing? Good. I like to talk to people. I like to just, create a short conversation. And they'd be like, oh, I'm not doing too good, or, this is happening, or I can't get a car because of whatever. A little light bulb can go off with this, and you can be like, well, I feel for you. That's unfortunate. You got to empathize. That's a big thing. And then don't present a full opportunity. Just simply kind of say, I've been there before, or, I'm working through that, but this is what I'm doing to work through it. Like, you wouldn't believe it. The biggest thing about it, I guess, backing up just a tad, is that you need to be a product of the product to really be able to utilize this method offline. Because if you share something with somebody and you really don't know 100% what any of it does, you're going to get asked the first question and you're going to shut down and be like, well, it's just something I'm doing, or whatever. And that person, you create zero credibility there. People don't want to be sold either. So, and this is, I guess, things that a lot of this I've learned in real estate is you won't believe how many people come in the door. So they walk in the door to the office to talk to somebody about buying a house. And when you approach them just to ask them how they're doing, they almost instantly shut down, like you're trying to sell them a 1992 Ford Taurus that you polished up with the wheels falling off. Nobody has one of those. I have nothing against that, but and so people can be naturally standoffish whenever you show them an opportunity. It's just important to be confident in what you have. The other part of that is the fact of the very first method that you can use one method out of this whole entire system and bring in 100 people within 2 months. And that's simply asking people how much, or do they feel like that too much tax comes out of their check, or something along those lines, or maybe you're an employee, or trying to relate with that, because fortunately I'm not an employee anymore, but people know if they fill out a W4 form, or if whatever, if they say, yeah, I put a 0 or 2 in that form, and you can kind of start hitting off a relationship like, hey, I have an opportunity that can show you how to bring more money into your pocket, into your bank account from the same job that you're working for $35. And you can be straightforward with it if you want to, and it'll work as well, because most likely that person may say, well, I can't afford to pay $35 a month. And I know Keith hit on this earlier too. If you do the income shifting method, you're going to be able to have that 35 plus, another 65 or whatever per paycheck. So, it's already going to be paid for. It's easy. Just be yourself when it comes to that. Don't push anybody. Don't think about selling this product. And I know that's going to sound crazy, and I hope that doesn't go over anybody's head. When you know your why and you understand the product, when you approach people and you are legitimately reaching out a hand to help them, they're going to listen to you. And if they're interested, they're ultimately going to join you. They're going to want to do that. On the flip side, if they show zero interest whatsoever, or they're not in the right mindset, essentially, let them go. Just period. Don't think about that anymore. The second part that I wanted to hit on with this is building your business. And, I just hit EVP. I'm not anybody special. I've got gold in my sights. I have a plan to achieve that. And that's the key really there is write out a plan. Write down, and you'll hear this in every training video that you'll see for anything. Write down a list of people that you know could benefit from this. A whole entire list, and then look at who on that list you're closest with or you feel most comfortable approaching first. You know, and then narrow it down even further to a plan. Like Keith put an awesome plan together with me, and he was like, you know, you need to bring in this many people first. I believe it was 6 or 7, and then start working with your team. So the way I looked at that was, okay, I got to bring in the first 7 people. That is my foundation. That is going to be my foundation to this business. So who is going to be those first 6 or 7 people, let's say 7, that you know are essentially ride or die, that they're going to come in, they're hungry, they can benefit from these products with the proper training, patience, and guidance, and even hand-holding. They could potentially become one of the biggest leaders in this industry. Everybody knows at least a couple of those people, you know, and then the next part of that plan is, okay, we have those people. How am I going to get them into my foundation? I will save most of that for another time, but essentially you need to develop a plan for each one of those people, because everybody's different. And it may be the first time or the third time that you meet with them. And patience is key with this, because if you put the wrong people in your foundation first, not saying that you won't succeed, but you may struggle just a little bit more. Or when those right people do come in, you know, it could cause different things in the future. So everybody needs these. Everybody wants to retire early. Everybody wants to live, a high-end life. They want to, I want to take vacation all the time. But it requires this financial discipline to be able to do so. Paycheck to paycheck, the very first method out of 5 completely eliminates that. You do it properly, and you're going to start having leftover money. You're paying down your debt through the cash flow system, which is awesome. It even has an app. Y'all can see that. I use this every day. I was with Brennan today at Starbucks and bought some coffee and scanned the receipt right there on my phone. And it's done. It's in my expenses. You can actually scan stuff in and save it for later. Scan it and go, and then whenever you're back to organization, you can go into your archive, your receipts that you scanned, and categorize them when you have time, which is great. So kind of just hitting on a couple other items or parts of this system. Smart credit system. I went through the whole process the first 48 hours. I sent letters out to the top 3, and I'm already seeing results. I've got multiple emails about late payments that have been changed to current. Things that they had marked as collections are no longer in collections. The system works. Cash flow strategist, another part of that is kind of the next step after, get your cash flow manager working. The strategist is what will give you the ability to be able to retire in less than 20 or 30 years, or whatever goal you think that you may have at Social Security level. Retire 20 years before that and enjoy those 20 years before your Social Security even kicks in. That's really what I have on this. Is there some great items? The cashback mall is another. I'm actually working through that system right now and learning how it works. Have fun with this thing. Like I said, everybody needs this opportunity, whether they know it or not. And it's just all about building your foundation, making the right financial decisions, which you learn how to do here, and you continue to crush ranks and climb and climb and climb. So Keith, I'm actually going to kick it back to you, and let everybody know about what we got going on in the up and coming weeks.
I appreciate your training, man, and I didn't ask for it back, man. I did, but I do want to touch upon a couple things that you said, and it was the first thing was peak interest. That was part of something that we all learned when we first got in the industry, the PS3 system. The peak interest, share the information, then three-way call with your sponsor or a leader that will help answer questions. That and what you and the question that you pique interest with, that's what really caught my attention. When you talking with people, blase, find out where they work, and you slip in at the best time. Do you feel like too much taxes come out of your checks? And see what they say. And once they give you an answer, however, after you ask them that question, be silent. Let them respond. All right. I would just, if I ask John, hey John, hey, do you feel like too much taxes come out of your check? I'm shutting up.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you yes.
I'm just going to shut up too. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up until you say yes or no. If you say no, I'm cool. You don't have to even go into it. But if you say yes, what I would say is, I think you need to check out this video I saw yesterday. Are you willing to check out this video? And he's
Absolutely.
Hey, when would be the best time for me to send it to you?
Hey, I'm at work, so I'm not doing anything. Send it to me. Show it to me right now on your phone. Send it to me.
And just show them whatever information you have, to share this with them. The best thing about being part of a bigger group, it is all the training, all the tools that we have to leverage. Again, I can't say more about the awesome leaders that came in before us, man, that's hitting rank CEO affinities, 2 of them. And they're sharing the knowledge to build our team. It's bigger than just MyEcon. The skills that we learn from each other will help you build anything, not just MyEcon, a brick and mortar business. Whatever you want to, create, you will learn the skills to be able to do it online or offline. So more things are coming down the pike. We're just warming up. We about to get lit. We about to get lit.
Hey, can I just add something before we wrap this up?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I want everyone who watches this, whether they're watching it live right now or they watch it later, and I want people to truly understand this. Don't get addicted to the outcome. Now, you may ask, what the hell does that mean? So it's simply this. A lot of times, especially with the 4 of us and the people who join, they see the value. I've heard that word used a lot tonight by everybody on the panel. That you saw the value in, whether it's the product, the service, whatever. You saw value in it. You saw how it resonated with you. What we have to understand sometimes is just because we can see the value, someone else may not that we share it with. And we got to learn to not be addicted to the outcome. So if someone says no, then simply say, you know what, thanks for taking the time, and I appreciate you. Don't kind of walk off or, leave kind of with a bad taste in your mouth. Well, I don't see why you don't see the value in this, or, you said you needed money. Really just don't be addicted to the outcome. And I think once you have that mindset, that you're really just here to just share the information. And for those who see the value, like Jesse did, like John did, like myself, yourself, Keith, people, then you will continue to attract those type of people. If people don't see it, don't necessarily, take it, and take it and just run with it and treat them bad, because who knows? I find that just because somebody says no doesn't necessarily mean no. It just means not right now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I spoke to all y'all about, like, when I share something, like my first month, I made it a point to make people raise their hand and ask for more information. And I took notes. I wrote down my, daily average of how many people asked me, to see information. So I calculated to where I was about at 100 people. So it took me to have 100 people ask me to let me see the information that you're talking about. I didn't shove it down their throats. I had them say, "Hey, I want to see it." And out of those 100 people, man, 5 people actually joined. You know what I mean? And that's 5%. Hey, it's 5%. However, that was free traffic from my Facebook. And on top of that, like, I truly feel like if these individuals don't see the value of what's going on, with MyEcon, I can't help you. It's like the old saying used to go. I mean, the old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. With MyEcon, remember earlier when I said it's not the sexy company.
Right.
It is a target that you have to present this to, and that target is individuals looking to do better with their financial, accounts, with their credit, with their business. They want to file, make it easier, and just live happily ever after. And that's powerful, man. So, definitely this is a opportunity where newbies do not have to recruit to see a difference in a credit score and in a paycheck, and with the debt elimination. That's what got all y'all here, because all those powerful, items and products right there. He said, who else would be, I could show this to, that would be a fool not to join. And that's what we have in our hand, man. So we've been talking, and we have a lot of goodies coming up pretty soon in the next 14 days. We have some team training that you will be able to leverage with different training strategies than everyone else in MyEcon, and whoever could use it could definitely use it. Also, we're going to do some team leverages training in team meetings, and just have question and answering sessions where prospects could get on the webinar and ask us questions. What's the deal if what if this, but we would do it live in a team setting. That's a private invite only. So you would definitely have to be connected with us in our Facebook group to get more information with that. I'm about to let everybody go. It's been about an hour, a little bit too long, but I really think that this is giving everybody the foundation, because those individuals right now with us, I only been in MyEcon since June 27th. It's August 16th. Not even 2 months. This is our foundation. This is the beginning. Where are we going to be January 1st, 2019? Just think about that. You could be wherever you want to be within MyEcon. And that's the beautiful thing, because we have the leaders just in our small group, but outside of us in our uplines that's giving knowledge and helping everybody build. Because why? If everyone wins, everyone wins. We're a huge team. With that being said, any other closing? Anything else? Anybody else want to say something in closing?
Yes, I got 2 things. Sorry to cut you off there.
I gotta get used to that. That's what you're telling me?
No, I'll try not to make it a habit. Sometimes I burst with, it's a fire and I gotta let it out. All right, if y'all remember, and if you're new, you probably hadn't seen it yet. When I was promoted to EVP, I left a challenge in that post, if anybody saw it, that 5 people needed to hit MVPs. EVP, you're all MVPs. 5 more people need to hit EVP.
Tongue twister.
These ladies in, that's 4 left. Who's going to be the next 4 to hit the first rank? For one, for two, I believe this is a non-exclusive club of leaders. I believe anybody who has interest in leadership, and wanting to even just learn, or maybe even the people that are going to, put the gas to the floor and get the EVP, maybe come on the hangouts and talk about their experiences. Leave it. This isn't, like I said, it's not exclusive. I think that anybody who is willing to excel to the next level, which I hope you are because you're here, that we can help you in any way that we can.
Appreciate that, brother. Yes, I would love that. I love that idea. My daughter sleep. Oh, my fault. I forgot. Hey, daddy. Hey, you caught me in the family moment. Jesse, did you have anything else you would like to say before we get out of here, man? Let everybody go to sleep. You on mute? Yeah, remember, mute, my brother, mute.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Haven't been doing these things in a while. But just want to say that I actually learned a lot of things just in this hangout. And I appreciate that I was invited and that I was able to just share my testimonial. And, I just want to thank you all for everything you said, because you guys actually triggered a lot of things about what I can do in my own circle. And so I thank you for that. And I just want to say, I hope that we continue to do this and we add more people for our next hangout. And, we'll be definitely talking about more testimonials next week.
Definitely. And no, man, thank you for believing in me and everybody else on this panel to have the enough respect to come on and jump on, man. Honestly, thank you. And it's just showing you welcome. It's just showing us. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that one video that I post all the time of the dancing leader, when the one boy is on the hill dancing all crazy by himself and he's at the beach just doing wild. He's like, that's the example of a leader. He don't wait for anybody else to say if he's right or wrong. And like into 30 seconds into it, you see somebody else roll down, start dancing with it, start doing flips and things of that nature. Then other people, the next thing you know, you don't even see the person who started it. All you see is the momentum, and that's what I want to happen, man. I don't want people to see me. I want people to see the momentum and the people's lives and the family lives that we're changing. And because of individuals like you, man, it's going to happen. So thank you. All right. Yeah. And what about with you, Sean Big? I'm sorry, I can't call you Big Sexy. It's the car that's Big Sexy. The owner of Big Sexy. You know what I mean? You told me I can't use that name because you named your car that. You see what I go through, man? Anything we'd like to share before we get out of here, man?
No, I think it's really just been I think everything's been covered. I just, I guess at the end of the day, I just encourage people to just truly take a look at this. You don't have to necessarily have a 9 to 5 to be able to use even some of the services that we offer. But I encourage people to just be open. That's all I can say. Be open.
Open. Definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, please be on the lookout for some posts about our next week's overview. I haven't decided who's going to do the overview, but I'm pretty sure whoever does it is going to be a amazing presentation. So please, if you want people to know more about MyEcon, find 2 people and stay glued to our group, and we're going to let you know what time and when and how to get there. All right. With that being said, this is Team Leverage and our first, meet and greet with your leaders and some members of the group. We'll see you next week at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Good night.